before we start today's show, I want you guys to check out oddballsports.tv. Yes, it's a brand new website that is dedicated to all things fringe sports. You know, bocce, wiffle ball, yard games. I'm the yard game creator in there. So this is going to be awesome. Check it out. Links are in the show notes. oddballsports.tv. Get on it.
This is Toss Talk, where it's all about yard games, having fun, and what it takes to create social entertainment. With your host and creator, Kelvin, on Toss Tunes Radio.
Hey, what is up? And welcome back to another episode of Toss Talk. And today, I have a brand new game for you. Just recently made. It is called LAWNch. You guys might have seen some new posts on Instagram about this game. Pretty innovative game. Mixes cornhole, darts. You can play it indoor or outdoor. And you can play it with a drink in your hand. A true yard game. I have the creator of this game. Interesting backstory. So links are in the show notes. Check this game out. But hey, let's get into this chat.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? It's Kelvin.
What's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. Are we recording right now?
Yeah, man, we're on.
Oh, hi. Okay.
Yeah, just getting right into it.
Yeah, I've never done anything like this, so this is all new to me. So
That's awesome. Well, welcome, and
thank you.
yeah, thanks for sending me a game. I actually didn't get a chance to play it yet, but I am very excited since hearing about you and getting your game started.
Yeah, I think you're going to enjoy it. I've heard a lot of people telling me they love it much more than cornhole, which is amazing to me. But that's what they're saying. So
That's good, man. Well, let's get into a little bit of your background story, like what led you to create this game, and where are you from and everything, and let's get right into it.
sure, there's nothing special about me at all.
What?
54-year-old guy. No, this whole thing literally just fell in my lap. It's really a pretty funny story. But I live out in Northwest New Jersey.
Okay.
Trying to enjoy my semi-retirement, and then again, this just kind of fell in my lap. I'd like to invent and create things, and yeah, like I said, this was, we were just at a campsite. My girlfriend had bought a Walmart version of the cornhole game,
Okay.
and we played it because we had nothing better to do, and it wasn't exactly exciting. Yeah, I mean, for me. Now, I know lots of people love it. It's a crazy game, but I'm not a long game guy. That's what's so strange about this. I don't play long games. I don't know any long games.
Okay.
So, I mean, I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and that's what I do every morning. Drink, a lot of coffee. I do a couple of crosswords, and then I'm like, you know what? I got to create something that's a little bit more exciting to me again for to play a little more exciting than cornhole. Yeah.
Well,
that's kind of how it fell into my lap. I started drawing, and it's all about 4.5 months ago. I mean, that's the short time I've been doing it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, very new. That's awesome.
June 27th.
So, you're not that big into games, but now you're going on a new project. So how exactly do you play the game?
Well, you set the boards opposite of each other, and I'll just explain it as you and me are playing. I toss the sacks to the board that you're standing by. They're about 15 feet apart, so you can play it indoors, you play it outdoors, on the beach, anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I do is I'll throw a sack to the hexagon. The outer ring is 1 point, the inner ring is 2 points, and the center hole is 3 points. So I guess it's kind of like a cricket in darts. That's kind of where the accuracy is. And, cornhole, you're throwing it. I don't know a lot about the game, but I just wanted something that was a little bit more accurate.
Okay.
That had the same kind of, in the same vein of the cornhole, because it's so popular. But I wanted the accuracy. So you stand, you throw the hacky sack, the foot bag, to the board, and the object is to close out each one of the 6 frames.
Okay.
So you get 3 points, it's closed out. So once you're closed out of all 6, now you have to hit the bullseye to win the game.
Oh, okay.
And it gets really fun because it's not easy to hit the bullseye. So as you know, I'm trying to hit the bullseye, you're catching up.
Okay.
And now if we're both closed out of all 6, now we go into the overtime. So let's say you throw your 3 sacks, I'll throw my 3 sacks, you throw yours, but you hit a bullseye. Now, because I've closed out, I've earned the redemption. I get to try to hit the bullseye. So if one of my 3 sacks hits the bullseye, now we go into the sudden death. So now it's 1 sack for you, 1 sack for me, 1 sack for you, 1 sack for me. And if the first guy tosses and hits the bullseye, the game is over. But it's very competitive. I mean, we've had grandma, playing grandkid, and she's in it. And it seems that these games are really never, ever a blowout. They go into the overtime all the time. So the smack talking is the best part of this game. It's really quite fun.
I get it, man. That's awesome. I can't wait to play. It's almost like, a little bit of darts in there. And I do like the competitive nature, especially at the end. It reminds me of a game of on top ball toss where the guy did the same thing, or at the end changed the scoring up a little bit, so it makes it a little more competitive towards the finish.
Yeah, we actually had the idea. Now, again, this is 4.5 months old.
I know, right?
it's infant stage, but I'm visualizing as a tournament goes on. Now you can close out any frame that you want, but the championship game, we change up the format, and then we go, and I guess there's some darts games that go like this as well. But you have to close out 1 before you can go to close out 2 and 3 through 6. So that's where I visualize the tournaments kind of going in the future. Now, obviously, we've never done anything like it, but we're hoping to get to that point.
Big plans. I like
but
it.
Yeah, I mean, that's you say it's a lot like darts, but to me, if darts married cornhole, this would be the child. That's exactly what the thought was when I was designing it and thinking about it. The board was originally designed to have a circular, like a dartboard. And my son says, well, if we put it a hexagon, we could probably make it bigger. I said, that's a great idea. And then he went to work on figuring out all those angles and things I don't know anything about.
It looks very unique like that, too. I think a circle wouldn't have done it justice. Like, the hexagon just actually gives it, like, your own unique look. I like it.
I agree with that. Thank you.
So what version are you on from the original concept, or is this version 1 was a home run?
No, we're actually on version 4, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
I'm a strange guy. I mean, I ask everybody their suggestions, their opinions. What do you think of this, that, this? And I'll put the board in my girlfriend's hand, make her carry it, see how she does that. So the hilarious thing is this was invented on a Sunday morning. We were camping it again, and my girlfriend's sleeping, so I'm just busy drawing up how big it is, what the shapes are, and I need things done yesterday. So Monday morning I start on the first prototype. And it's hysterical now that I look back at it. We countersink these slots now, but the first version actually had a PVC 4-inch pipe cut to about 2 inches. That was the center hole. And the separators for the slots in the hexagon were finishing nails. I just had no idea how I was going to do it, but I wanted it for Friday because we were camping on that Friday. So I had to have it done. I mean, we use PVCs for the stands. It's hilarious.
Oh, my God.
We decided to countersink it, and I'm like, how are we going to do this? And I remembered that I had a friend of mine make me a set of cabinet doors for my camper. So I said, you know what? I bet he could countersink these things with this machine, the CNC routers. I bet he could. So I went to him. He sent me to somebody else. We had carry handles. We decided against those because I wound up carrying it from the center hole instead of the carry handles. We made it a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact. So we took those off. I moved the center hole into the center of the board. Now we're on version 4. So for 1 a month, I guess we're on target.
Oh man, that's sounds like you put in a lot of work in a short amount of time, but that is awesome.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
Like I said, I never Lawn games. What am I doing? But now I'm
Hey,
trying to be retired, and now I jump into
You're
this.
having fun. That's what you're doing.
You know what? It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I love creating stuff, the logos, the ads, and all these things. That's what I love doing the most.
That's so cool.
And I'm working with my family, my friends. So it really does make it a lot of fun.
Yeah. So since you're still so new, like, how are you getting the game sets made, or where are you getting them made at?
I'm trying as hard as I can to keep them made in the USA. I know that's very important to a lot of people. So the original guy is in East Stroudsburg, PA. And because we kind of, grew up a little bit faster than I was even ready for, we found through a friend of a friend of a friend, a gentleman out in Long Island City, New York. So I have two producers of the board, but everything is, the boards are manufactured in the United States.
Okay, very cool. USA, I like it.
Yeah, well, we're trying hard. It's not, the problem is I need to keep my costs down. This is a brand new game that nobody in the world's ever heard of.
Yeah.
So I can't sell a board for $300. It's not cornhole.
I know, right?
So I have to work as hard as I can to keep these costs down as much as possible.
Yes. That's everybody's trying to do that, especially in this industry, because even some people that want to get things made overseas, the costs are still high as well with these brand new games. So it's a struggle.
Yeah. And the turnover time, all that fun stuff. And then, your first order, you just have no idea what's coming.
Yeah.
So, we're trying
to make it catch on because it's a new game. It's a whole thing.
Yes, exactly. I honestly thought I'd sell like two of these things. And we're at 4.5 months. We've already sold about 46 sets of these things.
Hey,
so
that is
that's
awesome.
Pretty amazing.
Congratulations.
It's really crazy. Thank you so much. We're hoping to get this thing huge, but we'll see.
Oh, well, I'm here to help. So yes, I can't wait to play.
That's why I called you, my man. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to have a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, I'm not a lawn game guy. I play this game 3 or 4 times a week.
Nice. Well, just how you describe it, how persistent you were at making this. I mean, I'm sure you didn't skip any details. You wanted to create something fun, so I like it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing it for. I really don't care about the money. I just watching the people's expressions and their emotions. Honestly, to me, is why I do it, because it's hilarious. It's so funny watching the kids and then, you guys got a couple beers in you. You're talking the smack. You're dancing all over the campground. It's hilarious. It's hysterical, so I love it.
All right, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. We'll be right back after this short break. Hey, have you heard about Crossnet Game? Yes, it is volleyball and Foursquare wrapped up into one. I said it, a cross between volleyball and Foursquare. It is an amazing yard game, taking the yard game industry by storm, because who mixes those two games? They did, and it looked cool as hell. So check out Crossnet Game at crossnetgame.com. Use promo code Kelvin20. That is promo code KELVIN 20, no space, at checkout, and receive $20 off your first purchase of a Crossnet game. Links are in the show notes if you don't remember, but check this game out. You won't regret it. Get in the game. Let's do it. All right, so welcome back. Let's get back into this chat. Yes. Yeah. So since you've been introducing it to new people, what are some of the common misconceptions they say about it, or what are some funny things they say since it's a new game?
Well, that's the beautiful thing, is that it is brand new, so I don't hear too many myths or misconceptions.
Okay.
But if I were to think about that, I think that if I explain the game to you, it sounds really easy. You're 15 feet away from this board that's 2 feet wide, but it's not as easy as, you have to be accurate. It's like darts. It's just not easy.
Yeah.
So I think that people think it's easier than it is, even though you don't have to be a good athlete at all to play the game. We've had, like I said, my girlfriend's mother's, she's 80 years old, and she's playing this game and whooping it up, and it's fun. My dad plays it down in Florida. So you don't have to be a great athlete. You don't have to be young like Spike Ball. You know, I would love Spike Ball, but I'm 54 years old. I'll come out with a broken arm or something.
I know.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if there's any myths or anything. The game's just too young.
I hear you. I hear you.
Right? Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad. I like those games too, as well. That anybody could play. You could play with a beer in your hand. To me, that's a traditional yard game. If you have a drink in your hand.
Beautiful. And I've created one of those because camping to me is so much fun, and my son's had it on the beach. So we play inside. We play in my garage. I played in front of my fireplace.
Nice.
My dad plays in his house. My buddy plays in his house.
Yes, that's just
a lot of fun. Especially now we got this COVID thing going on and the weather. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. I was saying like that's another thing too. I love the indoor-outdoor games as well. Because you can't always go outside to play. Sometimes you want something to play inside while you're having a party and stuff like that. So yeah, that cross between indoor and outdoors, very critical.
Yeah, and the 15 feet. Yeah, you need about 20 feet. So most people have that in their house somewhere.
So since you are very new and everything, what's been the most challenging aspect of you starting this business?
By far, it's working with my girlfriend every single day. That's the hardest. No, I'm totally joking. She's the greatest human ever. I'm totally joking.
That's funny.
Yeah, she's the best. It's just been really, really fun for me. I consider it a hobby more than anything.
Okay.
But because I'm 54 years old, I know nothing about computers. I barely know anything about social media. And this is a game that you have to get the sacks in the hands of the people. Once they play the game and they understand it, they like the game. So for me, it's how in the world do I get this game? It's not cornhole. It's not spike ball. It's not can jam where everybody in the world knows about. How do I get the word out there? How do I get the boards in the hands of the people? That's going to be the most challenging thing.
I hear you on that, but I'm glad you're just enjoying it though. I can hear that from just by the way you're describing it to me. So, and that's what this business and everything should be about, is the pure fact that you just enjoy the game and you want to share it with everybody else.
Yeah, that's the key to me is if you're able to work and really love what you're doing, then you're set, and then it's not work anymore. So yeah, I agree with you.
Exactly. Let's move on to some random questions. You can just answer these in like a short sentence or just one word. Are you ready to play?
Sure.
All right. So first question. I was going to ask you, what do you like to eat, at a barbecue? But since you like camping so much, what is your go-to camping meals that you make?
If I'm going to have to pick one, it's going to be the campfire grilled chicken. My girlfriend's brother made me the best chicken I've ever eaten in my life. Or possibly maybe even some skirt steak, but those would be my two go-tos.
That sounds good. I like that. Question number 2. So what is your favorite yard game besides LAWNch?
Well, I don't play any.
I know.
But if I'm going to answer the question, it is a game called LAWNch, which is the drinking version of LAWNch. And we just literally played this game for the first time last night in my garage. I invited two couples over.
Awesome.
And I'm telling you what, we had so many laughs. It was hysterical. It's played like a college drinking game.
Yeah.
You still use one sack, so you're using the LAWNch board, but we have little individual cards that fit in the slots.
Yes, I saw that on your Instagram. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's my brain just doesn't stop. So that's going to be the next. We're just being born here, but we're going to try to get that one out as well.
Nice.
But I love playing LAWNch. I had never played a regulation game of cornhole. I didn't know what can jam was.
Oh man!
I didn't know I knew what spike ball was because my son plays it. But these other games I've never seen before.
Oh wow!
So yeah, for me to come up with this game is really it's out of left field.
Hey, it's cool. It's a fresh set of eyes on a game. I like that, and I will be excited for some Liquid LAWNch. I like the name already too.
It's fun.
Yeah.
We had a lot of laughs last night.
Very cool. All right. Question number 3. Name a hobby that you no longer do anymore.
Well, I used to teach karate. Believe it or
Oh,
not.
what?
And yeah, karate just too much for the body.
I hear you.
But I loved it. It was probably the greatest thing I've ever done for my personal myself. That was a lot of fun. But I also don't play much golf anymore. I used to talk golf as well.
Okay.
I did that for about 5 years down in Florida, but haven't played much.
Nice. I'm a big golfer. I love playing. It's very cool.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get together and we'll play down in Virginia.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Question number 4. Last one. What's the most interesting place you've traveled?
I've done a little bit of traveling. I'm not a traveler. I'm a homebody. But we did do a family trip out to Italy, which was absolutely gorgeous. We were in Tuscany and Siena, and the food was amazing. The people were real nice. The terrain was gorgeous. So I would say Italy.
Yes, nice. I haven't been out there, but I would definitely like to go out there and see some soccer or something.
There you go. I'm just not a big traveler. I love my home. So, it was a big trip for me. So, yeah.
That's it. So that was the last question of that. Thanks for playing. Good answers.
Okay. Thank you.
I just have a couple more questions for you. So since, like we're saying, it's such a short time from when you started, but like looking, I know, but looking back on when you started, what's one thing you would have changed on your journey and like your business and your product that you know now that you didn't really know, a couple months ago?
Well, it changes daily. It's a little crazy. There's nothing that I would change at this point, but I mean, I'm an open-minded guy. I want to hear every idea, every suggestion, even if you think it's stupid. I want to hear it because that might bring on the greatest idea I've ever heard in my life and change the game forever. But
I love that thought, though. I love that.
Thank you. The problem is you ask somebody and they say, well, you should put this rule in there. I know. I thought about that for about 7 hours and no, we're going to play it this way. And then they take it personally.
Yeah.
And they're all angry with me. I'm a closed-minded guy. No, I've already thought about it for about 7 hours.
I know.
You think I don't do anything, but I do nothing but think about this game. So, I mean, other than that, everything has gone so well so far that I have zero complaints, really.
That's awesome.
It's been a lot of fun.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. What else are you currently excited about coming up besides, Liquid Launch? Is there anything else you're just excited about for the business?
Well, again, because we're so brand new. I mean, where does it go from?
Excited about everything.
Where in the world does it go from here? I mean, I'm seeing cornhole played on ESPN, and it just baffles my brain. But where does it go from here? I thought that I'd sell 3 of these things and then I would, go on to the next project. But just what is the potential? How does it happen? How many families can I bring back together? How many smiles can I put on the face? And then, like you just said, the Liquid Launch is something that we're working on it. We're trying to develop that and get that moving, hopefully before Christmas. So there's a lot of things on this docket from the small little company, I guess. I don't know.
I like it. The sky's the limit, it seems like.
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, if we're doing it, might as well do it right.
Yes. Well, it's been nice chatting with you. I only have one more question for you. So, as a new yard game entrepreneur, what is your mantra or quote that inspires you to get you out there and sell LAWNch every single day?
Well, I'll tell you, I live by many of them, and it just really depends on what's in front of me. What kind of adversity is in front of me. But for this one, it's basically if you want it, go get it. There's nothing stopping you but you. If you want it bad enough, you'll make it happen. It's really just that simple.
I love that. If you want it bad enough, you'll make it happen.
You'll get it.
Yes.
You'll get it.
Well, Mike, thank you for giving me the whole story. I like hearing the story now. I'm even more stoked on the game, and I will be spreading around the word of how it's made and telling all my friends about it. So definitely excited for this one.
Yeah, and I appreciate you helping out. I mean, I need all the help I can get. So this stuff here is really important to us. So I appreciate you. And yeah, please spread the word. If you have any questions, you have my phone number. I'd be happy to walk you through it. It is a very simple game. You play it twice, it's like, oh, okay, this is easy. And that's another great thing. It's just a simple game. So if you have any questions, please give me a buzz and we'll go from there.
Sounds good, man. I will be in touch and talk to you later.
Awesome. Thank you. It was nice meeting you over the phone.
Nice meeting you too.
Have a nice night. Good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. That was Mike, the creator of the brand new game called LAWNch. Personally, I haven't played it yet, but looking at all the pictures and everything, first off, the game is aesthetically pleasing, and it's also cool. You can play it indoor and outdoors. So check it out. Links are in the show notes. Get yourself a set, and Liquid Launch is coming. Drinking games. Great. I love it. Anything you can play with a beer in your hand. Count me in. More fun stuff coming up for you guys. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.